everybody! Have you heard about the Drunken Peasants Patreon? It helps support the show while getting you some cool perks. Check it out! For $1 per month, you get to use our exclusive fan chat that appears at the bottom of the screen on every episode. For $5 per month, you get 2 new private shows, including Actual Mania, as well as our back catalog of private shows, plus all lower tier perks. For $10 per month, you get all of our monthly video content. This includes multiple post shows, our monthly reviews, our back catalog of all that content, plus all lower tier perks. For $15 per month, your name will appear in the ending credits of each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $25 per month, you get to take part in our monthly booking committee hangout to help us book our Patreon content for that month, plus all lower tier perks. For $33 per month, you get an exclusive piece of DP merch each month, plus all lower tier perks. For $50 per month, you appear in the opening credits for each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $100 per month, you get to join us as a guest on an episode of the Drunken Peasants podcast. Plus, you guessed it, all lower tier perks. Visit patreon.com/DP now to become a patron of the Drunken Peasants podcast.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
I gotta get away with this. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of the Drunken Peasants. We're back again. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and such. Welcome back. We'll be back to our regular episodes starting tomorrow. This is kind of a special presentation. We'll be here for about 30 to 45 minutes. I've got some news-worthy videos to watch, and then we're also going to talk about our Patreon private show that we're doing tonight immediately following this stream. And that's going to be available to all of our patrons, $5 and above, and all of our YouTube members. I saw you talking to people about the memberships too.
Yeah, we had a question asking how to become a member, and I said to myself, go to the Patreon, and they said, no, I want to be a member here on YouTube. I said, oh, well, that works too.
Yeah, that works too. It's the $6.99 tier. So it's
we'll get
available.
You tonight's private show.
Yes, tonight's private show, and actually the private show that we're doing on Wednesday night as well. Actual Mania Survivor Situation. Where we're gonna Jeff Holiday is having his status as the actual Mania commissioner challenged by one Egged.
That's Egghead for those of you not in the know.
Yeah, and I was making a promo video for that, and I'm like, man, actually this one is stacked. So it's the two teams going head to head. And you know what? I was looking back at Actual Mania from last year, and I did realize there actually was a thing where, so we do 2 votes. We do the vote for each team, so Team Egghead, Team Jeff, but then we also do a vote where we list everybody, and the people at the top of the list earn extra points for their team. Whoa, that's amazing. Thank you so much,
That's the
Spec.
sticker level. Spec is going to get a sticker.
Yeah.
A big-ass sticker.
I actually have, it's not too late to sign up for it. I'm ordering them on the 1st of December and shipping them out as soon as they get here. They usually take a week or two to get here. So, and I'm actually doing t-shirts for all the $50 patrons and above. These are what the stickers look like. We're really trying to get the Patreon back to its former glory. So if you'd be so kind. So this is for anyone. It's the classic Dynor. I'm working on getting new designs made, but I got some of these classic ones that people loved that sold great on t-shirts. I'm like, why not make them into a sticker? So Spec, you're getting one. I'll reach out to everyone who's eligible at the beginning of next month, and you can tell me whether you want the white on black or the black on white. And then the $50 people, it's the same deal. You'll get the stickers and a shirt, one of them, and I have to get your size from you. So
the male model is not included.
No, he is not. But he's happy. I don't think he's happier just because he's wearing the white one, but maybe he does just prefer the white Dynor, the black on white Dynor.
It seems like he likes it better.
He looks way happier. He's got a stern expression here.
He's kind of pissed off at Black Dynor.
Yeah, holy shit. Maybe this guy works for Jesse Lee Peterson or something.
Stand up.
I noticed that Tom Segura just recently discovered Jesse Lee Peterson. And he's been...
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and he's watching shit that came out like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It's kind of funny. He's a little behind, He discovered Cobra like a year ago.
It's the beauty of the internet.
Crazy
All
Locks.
these classic crazy people, they're forever kind of guys.
They are.
They're timeless.
They
don't
do, yes.
exist within a fad. They exist within their own microcosm of obscurity.
Yes. Here's the cool. I have some videos I'm gonna play. I'm just loading them into the playlist. In the meantime, I'll show you what's going on Wednesday at Survivor Situation. I made this epic promo right now with royalty-free music. It's going to drop in a second here. Survivor Situation. 2 teams will battle for supremacy.
We got Jeff Holiday versus Egghead.
Yeah.
Jeff Holiday's captain is Drake Dragsaw. Egghead's captain is Epic Troll. We've got Simple Country and Magicus. We've got Big Diesel and a mystery opponent.
Yes.
We've got Rat Lord and we've got Captain Kool-Aids.
And then
we've got formerly known as Godot.
Yeah. And then
the young
Danger
child
Dude.
man.
His name's Danger Dude. Yeah. It's funny because he's like 20 years old now, but he's submitting videos of him when he was like a cringy little kid back in the day.
He's old enough to swing meat with Drake Dragsaw now.
Yeah, and for those of you who didn't see the last actual Mania, Drake Dragsaw won the Cringerweight Championship by basically being completely naked, but he had one of those like blurry things in front of his
he
junk.
had a bar or a blur bar over his peni. I want to say peni because we couldn't see the entire thing. It could have been 2 hanging off of each other.
Ah, one of those.
We're not sure.
Yeah.
It was blurred.
And then Epic Troll came out of nowhere and randomly got a world title match and won in their first match ever.
Yeah.
And all they did was make fun of Egghead.
Well, some people would say they made fun of Egghead and that's all they need.
Which is kind of weird because now Epic Troll is the captain of Egghead's team.
Which is actually kind of brilliant because if anybody knows Egghead, it's the man who won the title using Egghead footage.
That's true.
Kind of a big win right there. Came out of nowhere with Egghead footage and secured the victory against Lord Magicus, something even Egghead himself was unable to do.
That is true. Wow, Egghead. You need this guy.
This is kind of like a secret ingredient. This is like when Bobby Heenan procured a wonderful face to become this leader of his evil stable. I can't remember who he would have done that with. Maybe Andre?
Yeah. But before we watch the news videos I've got, I want to clarify. So tonight's show is a video battle. It's an experimental. We haven't done it before. Tonight, Billy and myself will face off when we came up with the idea, it was like it's a video Pokemon battle. Like how when Pokemon Masters throw different Pokemon to do the job against one another. They kind of select from their crop of their Pokedex, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
So our Pokemon are videos, and what we're doing is
The people are amused by mockery of the egg.
It is true. We're doing 5 categories, holiday-related categories mostly. We're doing 5 categories, 3 videos each. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to start the first category, and then we will play Billy's 3 videos, and then we will play my 3 videos. And then we'll open up the next one and do that again. And then at the end, we'll close all the polling and see who won. Whoever wins the most categories wins all.
Yes. 3 videos per category, 5 categories. It's imperative that you all vote, because if you don't vote, Trump wins.
I don't know. He might win anyway.
Shit.
Yeah.
Good times.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to share the post with everyone. So if you want to go and watch tonight's show, you want to see me and Billy battle it out tonight for the glory of the first ever Drunken Peasants video battle master, then please follow that Patreon link. Also, you can become a channel member and get tonight's show too. It's already up. It's already posted. We watch it off platform so we can get away with a lot more shenanigans than we would on YouTube.
Yeah, we could even see butts if we wanted to.
Yeah. So check it out. It helps support the show. It could be fun. It's our first time. You guys should be encouraging us trying new things, okay? You should be. You can do that. Sign up for Patreon.
Everybody watching right now, become a patron to let us know that we're the happiest, sweetest boys you know.
$5 gets you tonight's show.
The saddest.
Yeah. $5 gets you tonight's show and also Wednesday's show. You get 2 shows for $5.
Shabisky suggests the winner of tonight's battle will get head from Egghead.
What about both of us get head from the Manitou here?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's the perfect height.
Yeah.
This is the Manitou. We decided before we went live that that's the best way to call the Brett Keane Pikachu hybrid.
Surprised to see him on his hind legs. It's rare for a Manitou to be on its hind legs.
Manitou situation. Because like all Pikachu can say is his own name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few Pokemon that can say more than their own name, right? I think that's kind of the gimmick.
I think you know more. I know you're...
Bobby Two Hands coming through. Yeah, I don't know that much about Pokemon. I started playing during Pokemon Go.
Yeah, because you're close to my age, and Pokemon was for kids when we were, in high school. Yeah. Pokemon Go's the most immersion I've had in Pokemon, but I didn't play it as much as you did.
Played the heck out of that game.
Thank you so much.
Manitou needs to be able to scream Billy's name. Not if his mouth is full.
So yeah, that's what we'll be doing later tonight when this stream is over in about a half hour or so. We're going to go over there and do that. Let's check out some fun news stories. I forget that they do this every year until I see the news story that they did it. It's the Merriam-Webster's Word of the Year.
Ooh, I love these. What's this? Are they new words or that they added in this year?
They pick a word of the year. I don't know if they're totally new words, but they're words that were very popular this year.
At the end of the beginning of the year, I don't know which one it was. They'll tell you like the words they're adding to the dictionary. This one was probably not that, but I like both of those. I grew up a fan of dictionaries and encyclopedias. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. And Bobby Two Hands says, "Is it GAT? If it's GAT, then I'm gonna call the Rizzler."
Let's find out what it is.
Springfield-based dictionary company Merriam-Webster has announced that authentic is the word of the year. Authentic! For 2022, they say the word.
I'm so glad it's not essentially, bro.
Will increase
essentially.
Searches this year, quote, driven by stories and controversies about artificial intelligence, celebrity culture, identity, and social media. 2023 is Merriam-Webster's 20th year of choosing an annual top word. Other top words of the year include Riz, deepfake, and implode.
Riz, deepfake, and implode?
Yeah. It's nice to see implode sneak in there with Riz and deepfake.
Yeah. Yeah. Riz, I did not expect.
Yet did not make it. The Rizzler almost did. Riz was up there.
So Biden was like, hey guys, your prices are too high. You should lower them.
He's not talking about our Patreon.
No. Our Patreon prices have been the same for like almost a decade. So
yeah, what the heck, Biden?
But no. He's just talking in general. But instead of just because if you just ask them, they're not going to do it. We need actual price control. But let's see what he has to say.
Wages for working families have gone up while inflation has come down 65%. Giving families a little more money in their pockets and a little more breathing room this holiday season.
Breathing room?
But we know the prices are still too high for too many things.
Yeah.
That time.
Not only that, but the products are getting smaller. Like the quantity is getting smaller. So we're getting fucked from both ends. The prices are going up and we're getting less of the product simultaneously.
Just ain't right.
It's not.
Times are still too tough for too many families. But we made progress, but we have more work to do. Let me be clear. To any corporation that's not brought their prices back down, even as inflation has come down, even as supply chains have been rebuilt, it's time to stop the price.
They're not going to do it unless you make them. The president asking nicely isn't going to make them do it.
The corporations are like, look, as long as people can still buy avocado toast and $7 lattes, we'll find a way to take their money.
Give the American consumer a break.
Yeah.
Gotta give them a break. Yeah, thank you, Biden, for pointing your finger at the corporations.
I noticed shrinkflation. I bought some hard taco shells, a few months ago, and I could barely fit my ground beef into the taco shell. And I'm like, I used to be able to stuff the shit out of these with ground beef and cheese
Was it
and
the
lettuce.
same brand?
Yes.
What the heck,
yeah.
man?
Yeah, it was insane. Everything is shrinking. There's websites that chronicle how things have shrank in the last 3-4 years. It's insanity.
I thought I took my penis website down.
Dude, this makes me glad I don't live in this area anymore.
And the first significant snowstorm of the season is making its
Gotta love Gaylord, Michigan.
way across the Great Lakes.
And Erie, PA.
Erie, PA is such bullshit. Erie, PA only exists because Pennsylvania wanted to have a little bit of land on Lake Erie. If Erie, PA wasn't there, Ohio and New York would touch each other, but there's a little thing of Erie, PA blocking them from touching each other.
There's a little fucking hymen keeping them apart?
Yeah, yes. It's crazy.
Lake effect snow warnings popping up as cold air is plunging southward from Canada. And you can see that in Gaylord, Michigan, as well as Erie, PA. Take a look at all those flakes that are flying. And so this is a major winter wallop. And so we've got our first major
winter wallop.
I love it. And this is Fox weather. So at the end of this, they're going to be like, some might think this was caused by climate change. But of course, we know that's a myth.
Lake effect system sliding.
Yeah, but the lake effect is crazy because the Arctic air blows over the Great Lakes and just dumps snow all over all the states that border the lakes.
Its way eastward, and it is really impacting kind of the south shore.
Like Detroit, Cleveland, Buffalo, they get Green Bay and Chicago.
Binghamton.
Yeah, Binghamton, New York. Yeah,
of Lake Superior as well as like.
They're pretty far away from the lake though, but they're in the Arctic vortex right there.
Michigan, and eventually sliding eastward as we head later on into tonight and into tomorrow morning.
But all the cities that are right on the lakes, they get it the worst.
So the coldest air of the season also is spreading across the Northeast, and that is certainly something that you are going to notice by the time you step out the door and also by the time you head out tomorrow morning. Now notice where all of that snow is currently
Yeah, so like when I go outside here and I'm like, oh shit, it's cold. I'm like, wait a minute. Like this time when I was a kid growing up where I did this time of year, it was already in the teens at night. So I don't know. I've become kind of pussified to weather.
I've been told I'm no longer allowed to be in the teens at night.
Find over the past few hours, we've been watching kind of this narrow corridor.
Who told you that, Onision?
Just kind of down south of the Great Lakes. We're watching as kind of these
Boogie.
bands of lake effect snow are setting up shops.
All
Notice
my friends.
Our exclusive Fox model highlights a few areas where we are going to continue to watch for more rounds of lake effect snow. Some areas picking up more than others. So some spots maybe.
I don't miss snow at all. Honestly, like we do get snow here, but it's so little. It's a couple times every winter, and then it melts usually within a day or two. I don't miss having to shovel a driveway and wipe all the snow off my car, and I don't miss it at all. It's not
Hey,
fun.
what the hell's wrong with this map? They got Portland all the way on the wrong side of the map.
It is funny that there is a Portland on each side.
Yeah, I do physical therapy, and one of the girls that does my physical therapy is from Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
And she said she was from Portland. And I was like, the way she said it, I was like, which Portland? And she was like, how'd you know?
Yeah,
and I was like, just the way you said it.
Was it like Potland? Did she talk?
No, it wasn't even that. It was just like the way she brought it up. It had nothing to do with a Portlandia person.
She's trying to trick you. She knows people. She knows people will assume Oregon. Plus, Portland, Oregon is just a way bigger city too, so there's more people from there anyway. Yeah. Yep. Oh, here's judge claims harassment after Trump's social media post. So I haven't been paying attention to this. Let's see.
Well, on Trump posted a message saying that the law clerk falsely claimed that she was in a relationship with the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Blake Rose joining us here to talk about this.
What?
She received multiple threats and harassing voicemail messages.
So Trump was claiming the judge used to be in a relationship with Chuck Schumer? Is that what I heard?
Really?
With this,
it
so
sounded
could
like that.
those then send the threats could they have any criminal charges behind these charges?
For sure. I mean, anytime you're talking about the FBI being involved with a person receiving threats, there will be some type of criminal conduct and charges facing and behind that. You're talking about 30 to 50 plus calls a day that she's alleged to have been receiving. And so that would meet the level of harassment. Typically, if this was North Carolina.
The judge's law clerk, Seth clarified. It's who cares? Even if she did, who cares?
I have to say I have those type of calls. And it's prompted me to have to do something.
Was the law
else,
clerk a woman?
some type of treatment, get a new phone number.
If it was a woman, I doubt she was with Chuck Schumer.
On what the additional increase would be, but this would fall in the lines if a client came to me saying I'm being harassed, I would say 30 to 50 calls would fall in line, and that would for sure be harassment.
Last month, Trump got a partial gag order from Trump, the Judge Engeron here. That was rescinded now. Could there some kind of partial gag order here be put it back in place?
That's what a lot of folks are attempting to say, and the attorneys from the office of the judge have already sent a request to get the gag order expedited in terms of them to go through the hearing process. If we can remember, Judge Engeron put the gag order.
It's funny that Amy Schumer is Chuck Schumer's cousin.
Is it funny or is it
it's just
nepotism?
I probably a little. It's both.
In place, then fined former President Trump a number of times, twice for comments that he made. Then the Court of Appeals in New York removed the gag order, partially saying they didn't believe that there was standing for him to actually issue a gag order. I think the standard for issuing a gag order, and that's the argument, is it a First Amendment issue or a gag order issue? The standard is, can I proceed with my proceedings without being interrupted? It would seem like this is...
Chuck Schumer's been married since 1980. So is Trump alleging an affair, or is he alleging this happened like back in the 70s?
That's scandalous, Schumer.
Causing some type...
Honestly, like Schumer, like being the, a senator, you know, a high-ranking senator, you know he's got a ton of money, and it's in New York. There's, I mean, like, I wouldn't doubt he could pull some tail or some dick, whatever he's into.
I'm just proud that Trump, a God-fearing family man that loves his wife, is calling out another man for cheating on his marriage.
Type of interruption in the proceedings if the judge and the clerk are having issues. So for sure, I would say making sure that they are able to conduct the hearing. Because remember, we have to have this civil hearing still outside of all of these threats. If they're not able to conduct the hearing.
Trump's going to go to jail on purpose so he doesn't have to be in the debates.
That is an interruption to the process, which you would think would fall into needing a gag order to maintain the even flow of a process.
It also seems like
7D
former
chess.
President Donald Trump is flirting with this. I mean, wouldn't you say? Because it's almost like for you to be, told don't do this, and you kind of go so close.
Yeah, he's like a fucking child. He's like a preschooler. You tell him not to do something and he does it anyway, even like when he's going to get in trouble. Maybe I don't know. He should be made an example of when he keeps breaking so many laws and just defying gag orders. Because everyone's like, oh, well, at worst, he'll get house arrest. I would think that usually because the powerful look out for the powerful in most cases. But if he just keeps thumbing his nose at them, then eventually they'll probably make an example of him somehow.
Well, if he would have played the game like every other ex-president, he wouldn't be in any of this.
Exactly.
But he chose to stand against the authority, and now he's getting burned.
Dems at some point and had a picture taken with Chuck, so Trump and his team are trying to make it sound like the judge is in the pocket of the Dem party.
That's so dumb. Let's find a loose association. Okay, there it is. That's why it's going on. No, it's not.
Honestly, I don't trust anybody who takes a picture next to Chuck Schumer and saves it. That's sick.
He really is.
He's definitely in that line of pushing the envelope, and it goes back to the January 6th comments when he was telling.
Yeah, of course he's pushing the envelope. Trump supporters want a person that even if you tell him that stove is hot, they want to see him touch it for himself. That's the MAGA crowd.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fireworks and things will be there, kind of throwing your rocket and hiding your hand like, no, I didn't incite those folks to go there and do the things they did. This is very similar. Now, while I don't believe that he wants anyone to do anything criminal to these individuals, he is encouraging the comments. He is encouraging the rhetoric. He is encouraging that dialogue, which is getting to the borderline to harassment, passing borderline harassment.
And that's one of the things you have to keep in perspective, just as you said. I mean, much like we saw with the January 6th, in terms of what happened there, the mindset of what's in people when they hear the message.
He's the former most powerful person on the planet.
When you put this message out there, it's like it might not be intentional, but you don't know the mindset of who's receiving this message.
If it's not intentional, it at least is empowered.
He's the former most powerful person on the planet.
Yeah, a big reason why they say that is because it is literally written into the rules that, the president has the quote-unquote nuclear football, and even if every single general disagrees with the launch code, like with the reason for launching it, the president can override the authority of all of them and launch nukes.
Yeah. If somebody has a gun, it still's got to take the balls to use it.
Right.
So I don't know if Trump was the most. Theoretically, he could
I would say he was.
He had the heart.
I would say he would be the most likely person to use the nuclear launch codes for not a good reason, but he didn't, thankfully. So I
think my boy Bang Bang Biden might pop one off. He don't give a fuck.
Nope.
He don't give a fuck.
I think even crazy ass Trump realizes the ramifications of something like that. It would not go good. Like even if like there was no nuclear launches that made it to us and it only hit whatever country they launched it at, it would cause environmental issues. It would cause economic issues. It would be chaos. It'd be the worst thing to happen ever. So, yeah, let's see. Oh, Elon Musk visits Kfar Aza following accusations of anti-Semitism on X.
Oh. He didn't say like slurs while he was on ecstasy, right? He had tweeted something on Twitter that they call X now.
He didn't
like right. That's what happened.
The Mad Clown. He didn't say he wanted to use them. He was trying to be a smart person and brainstorm on how to stop hurricanes. If he wanted to use them, he could have used them. Literally, no one can stop the president from using the launch codes if they want to use them. Literally, no one can override him.
How great would it have been if he shot that fucking nuke into a hurricane?
It would. You know what that would have done? That would have shot radioactive material everywhere. That would have been like the perfect way to disperse nuclear, radioactive material through the air. Is like that in a hurricane.
It's important to pair firmness in taking out the terrorists, those who wish or intent on murder, and then at the same time to then help those who remain, which is also what happened in Germany and Japan.
Exactly right.
Well, so that was Elon Musk today in a live stream chat with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the billionaire entrepreneur, on an apology tour of sorts after facing backlash and accusations of anti-Semitism on his social media platform X.
You see, like Elon Musk, one of the ultimate shitlords on the internet, because he has the money to just like buy a platform to shitlord on it. Even he's bending the knee right now.
And it's like
he's bending the knee.
Easiest time. It's the easiest time to be anti-Semitic. There's so many people right now that are so mad at Israel.
Minecraft. Sure.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying you should be. I'm just saying the conflict over there is causing a lot of people to get very angry and not understand the difference between.
It also causes heightened sensitivity on the other side. It's even more. It's more dangerous in some ways, and more acceptable to others. But that's why I don't even like. There's nothing funny about the actual war. There's like nothing to like watch it and be like, oh yeah, you see that? Like, so I've just avoided even really getting into it. I don't think anything positive can really come from it, or anything really entertaining. It's just sadness. It's just awfulness. Same thing with Ukraine. Like we didn't really cover the Ukraine war either, and most people were on the Ukrainian side in the war. It was
choosing the Nazis.
Yeah.
Musk touring a rural village near the Gaza.
But I do like how Musk doesn't always bend the knee. Not often.
Attacked by Hamas militants on October 7th. Musk and Netanyahu also visiting some of the victims' families, including those of the former hostage 4-year-old Abigail, who was released on Sunday.
Did he give them money?
Now, Musk facing some backlash.
If there's videos of these people being like, oh yeah, Elon Musk is awesome, actually. Yeah, he didn't say anything bad.
Well, they don't need his money. They need his allegiance.
Cheer after he called.
I mean, what is he doesn't have much more to offer than money. Like, that's what he's got. That's why people give a shit about what he does, too.
A post on X repeating a common conspiracy theory about Jewish people. Musk called it the actual truth. And then that post prompted some major advertisers to pause their ads on X. And also today, the mayor of Paris.
Yeah. So he started losing advertising revenue, and he's already turned Twitter into a sinking ship. So, he devalued what it meant to be verified on there. Just a bunch of stuff that was pretty ego-driven, but whatever. He had the money to do it, and he decided to waste $40 billion on it. But now he's trying to recoup some of that shit. He tried to back out, too, and almost got in trouble for it. But now, so when advertisers leave, that's not good.
Deciding to
they've been leaving since he joined, and then to top it all off, he changes this brand that's been ingrained on like every news article, they'll say Twitter, with the Twitter bird for like over a decade. He changes it to X.
Could you imagine, like, buying Coca-Cola and then changing the name and the branding to something dumb? A single letter.
Or calling it cum water.
Or whatever, yeah.
the platform, which she called a
Or
gigantic
McDonald's, or like any of the really recognized brands out there that would be very expensive to buy.
global sewer. So let's bring back our panel here. Mike, LZ, Daryl, and Elizabeth, thanks for sticking with us, everybody. So Mike, clearly, we just talked about this. Hamas is using social media for propaganda. We've seen people and companies quitting X.
Is that guy's name LZ?
LZ Granderson Booper.
Granderson Booper. Was his real name actually like Charles Granderson, and he bought the name rights to his name and changed it to LZ the same way Twitter was changed to X?
His name might be like Lawrence Zachary or something. I don't know. This is my first time seeing this guy, so I don't know. But yeah.
All of these men have interesting names. Mike Muse, LZ Granderson, Daryl Blocker. We are the three men behind the couch.
Just talked about. So is X losing any of its power in the social media space?
That's a good question when you ask the word power in terms of who's gaining and who's losing.
Right.
Elon Musk has always wanted, and this was his intent on purchasing X, to be this public town square where ideas and thoughts could flow.
He could have started a new website for way cheaper and made it the public town square.
Buying his competitor and then it would have been a competitor, right? So buying Twitter takes them off of the market for competition and gets all of their user base. So it's not the exact same thing as starting his own for cheaper. It's
not the exact same thing, but the amount of money he paid for it,
value.
It wasn't worth that much, though. It's not worth that much.
It might have been worth that much if he had a plan to actually expand and better it.
I don't know.
The guy just buys it and then implements all the worst choices. He's like, hey, you know how we had celebrities verified on here? How about we unverify them and then we just let every nincompoop have a blue check mark for status?
Yeah.
You're like, wait a second.
Well,
nobody cares about that.
It's a microcosm of Elon Musk himself. If you got enough money to pay for shit, you have status. That's what it is.
Really, without respect to the First Amendment and freedom of speech. Yes, you have freedom of speech, but we
saw what he looked like in his swimming trunks, okay? Like
consequences for your freedom of speech when your freedom of speech causes harm. And what we saw was that today when he landed, he said a quote on X where he says, quote, action speaks louder than words. For me, this is just a crisis management stunt.
I'm going to nod my head even though I can't understand what the fuck
Crisis
you're
Management
saying.
101, we can see clearly the reason why that he's doing
that
it
is
to
definitely
really
I'm not listening nod.
Exactly.
Advertisers. If action speaks louder than words, I would actually challenge Elon Musk to really reevaluate and to bring back the content.
Why does he have his fucking lunch bag on his chest?
He's like, everyone else is wearing body armor and shit, so he just like put it on. He put on like a backpack, like a army green backpack on his chest.
Department and full on.
What is that?
X. Upon Elon Musk purchasing X, hate speech
it's a tactical bib.
After his purchase as a result of him letting go of the content moderation. That's how you really address
it's something cool too, because the guy next to him has it too. It must do something. Maybe if there's an explosion, it gets triggered and it turns into like a giant cocoon to save him from an explosion.
Other hate speech by actually putting the content moderation back in place.
You know, one thing that I saw that Elon Musk was involved in recently that was pretty cool was he brought the Cybertruck to the Joe Rogan show, and Joe Rogan has this like longbow that can shoot an arrow like really with a lot of force, and most vehicles it would shoot right through it, like from one side through to the other side. But he shot the Cybertruck with it and it bounced right off. It like made sparks when it did it too. So I'm thinking you can like shoot at the Cybertruck and not penetrate the doors of it and shit. It's pretty crazy. It's like the president's car, you know?
Yeah, the Pope Mobile. Everybody needs a Pope Mobile.
What an ugly truck, though. It's very ugly. It's probably awesome as a vehicle and everything. It looks like it has cool features, but it's ugly to me.
How did you feel about the Hummer when it came out?
I thought it looked cool. It was like it was a military vehicle. I had seen them, like the military versions of them before. So
You remember the H2? The Hummer 2?
The Hummer 2? Yeah. I thought they kind of made the Hummer look dumb when they did. The H2, yeah.
The H2 was the dumber Hummer.
Yeah, dumber Hummer.
And I think that maybe this is the future of like the beginning of something that goes into the future, but it's probably more like, what was the Rack and Peanut steering car that Homer Simpson designed?
Oh my God.
And that was based off of like a real design at the time. This could be that.
Yeah. Quite possibly.
The H2 was the emotional support Hummer.
That's funny.
Rocking Peanut steering. Oh, yeah.
So tonight's categories for our private show, the private show that we're going to be doing here, the DP video battle. The first category is Family Feud, and that's So we're going to compete family fights videos against each other.
Family Feud. I've picked 3 videos. Ben's picked 3 videos.
Battle them.
If somehow we've both picked the same video, then choose the other videos. If we somehow picked all 3 of the same videos, then just call it a fucking wash.
I'm not going to say too much more because I don't want to spoil it, but there was at least one instance where we did pick the same video.
I figured that would happen.
Yeah. The next one is Reckless Recipes, so it's, holiday dinner items, disgusting food, bad food, right?
It's them recipes.
Yeah.
For all the big time holiday dinners.
The next one is Thankful For. It's like a wild card round where we're just playing cool videos that we like.
It's just things that we're thankful for. We're thankful for these things. We like them.
After that, Black Friday madness, Black Friday videos, Black Friday related videos. We have those.
Yeah.
And then the final one is Christmas related stuff, Christmas videos of all sorts.
That should take you all the way through this holiday week.
Yeah.
It's a perfect blend of this week, baby.
Yes. I couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, if I was any more excited, you'd see a little pink head poke up right here.
Why? Because your tackle box is on your desk?
Yeah, I've been shrimping. Shrimping.
So, we are going to go do that show in just a minute here. It's not too late to sign up. I have it, the link pinned right there in the chat. I would say sign up $5 or more. You get 2 shows tonight and then on Wednesday, but you might also want to sign up for $10 because tomorrow we're doing a movie review, movie yet to be determined. We'll announce that very soon. But yeah, yep, that's what we got. Please sign up and help support the show. And we're actually only $10 away from being back up at the 3K level on the Patreon, which is amazing. If you want to be the person to help us get over 3K, you could sign up for a $10 Patreon right now.
Yeah,
it's up to
if
you.
You're watching right now and you're not a patron, the $10 level gets you access to all the extra video stuff. That includes the private shows, the post shows. Every once in a while, Ben and I will upload a video of each other smacking our own asses.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know if we've done that. That one might not be on there.
It might not. All right, we're going to go do this show. Please join us. Link's right there. See you there.
Bye.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.